Cue the music.
Is this thing on? I'm not sure what's happening here today. It's Tiffany and Mindy from the Two Ladies of Bet Network. Here, though, promoting Tony'sPicks.com, our favorite place to sell our sports betting picks, our best of the best. We totally crushed it yesterday. I mean, the Lions helped
the Lions.
us crush it
Yes.
yesterday. That is for sure. But yeah, welcome you guys to Midday Plays Live, right? We're here live with you every Monday through Friday, 1 p.m. Eastern. And of course, we're here to bring you picks, props, parlays, anything to, win you some extra cash. And, we kind of like to look at, say, some of these sports betting apps, like, say, something like this, DraftKings Iowa.
Is that what that is?
Yes.
I guess it does say DraftKings down in the corner.
DraftKings Iowa, Hawkeye State. That's right. But yeah, I mean, we want to go ahead and make sure when you get your free same game parlay that we help you go ahead and win some extra cash.
Yep, we don't want to leave that money sitting in your inbox. Like, if they're giving it to you, spend it.
Right. We want to make sure you cash it. So, of course, we had a killer game by the Lions. I don't think that one was ever in doubt. I mean, honestly, the over-under for Garoppolo was like 250-yard passing. I know I looked at in the fourth quarter and he was sitting at about, 62.
Yeah.
So that was pretty crazy. But hey, Tiffany has a day off today and tomorrow.
Yeah.
The Halloween and the All Souls Day, November 1st. So she's like, hey, why don't I just come down in the studio? We can hang out and do the show together. Yeah. So it was a nice surprise. Yeah. So hopefully you guys are having a good day. Let us know what you won. I see Dre's in here today. Baltimore Dre. Thomas Lewis. We see Ron. Of course, Ron, all he does is win. That's it.
Yes, we were talking about Ron this morning and his fat wins yesterday.
Right. Yeah, it's one of those, like, I was preparing for the, Halloween celebration. So I just got one play in yesterday, but I won like $300. So, hey, I was still happy. But I felt like I left a little bit of cash there on the table too, with the way that those Lions played.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's only like, I don't know. I usually go trick-or-treating with Tiffany and the kids. I think I might just stay home today. It's supposed to be feels like temperature of 9 degrees. And I don't know if I want to have any part of that.
A wuss.
I am totally a wuss.
You
I may look like I have such hard exterior, but I'm such a softie.
You survived the -6 Chiefs game.
That is true. I did. I think it was like negative 12, like the third coldest Chiefs game in history.
Yeah,
and we thought that we were planning it early enough in the season that it would have been warmer. Because we were going to go for my birthday in December, and that day it wound up being like 70, and the day we went in November was -12.
Yes.
So, yes.
And that's a good thing is you do that a couple times, and all your nerves die, and then you don't even feel the cold anymore. So you'll be fine.
Right. Exactly. All right. So yeah, there was other, I guess, things that went on besides Monday Night Football. I don't really know what they were.
Maybe a baseball game or something.
I heard there was a baseball game. So that one there. I know Tiffany's husband. His only bet he got in yesterday because MGM was having issues with the same game parlays. Like they were having technical difficulties. So he did win some cash there on the Rangers. I didn't really see, but I heard there were some base running errors and issues. I've seen a lot of mistakes here this season, unfortunately, base running with these guys. I feel like we need to get back to basics in baseball. I think we need to start kicking field goals again in football instead of going for 4th down and 11.
And I think we should make layups in WNBA.
All the good stuff.
Free throws. I mean,
yeah,
the important stuff.
Yeah, right. Basics.
That I still have PTSD from when I was in 7th grade, like shooting free throws. That was the difference between me and Mindy. Mindy was always like, I want the ball. I always loved defense because I didn't want to stand on the free throw line and miss.
Yes, that's why I'm the last bowler on the team as well. Because if you need a strike, I'll get you a strike.
Right. She will too.
Yeah. All right. So we're still not quite ready for the NBA. We're getting really, really close because, of course, we do EPA modeling. And so we're counting on you guys out there in the chat here to still give us some plays in the NBA. So go ahead and put those in the chat when you are ready. Okay, I'm waiting. I still don't see you guys putting plays in.
I think there's a delay.
What?
Give him a second.
B Morris says, "Hey, I can bowl."
Oh yeah.
So should we compare averages? Is that what we should do? What do we think?
Yeah. What's your average?
All right, mine 189. High game 289. B more. What do you got? What do you got? What do you got? But yeah, my dad made me decide between bowling and softball when I was in 3rd grade. So he said, "There's no way that you could absolutely do 2 sports ever. You had to totally commit to one when you were 9 years old."
I feel like there's a lot of people that would disagree with that. Like,
but that's how it was back in the day. But at the time, I was ranked like 19th in the city of Omaha for bowling. But I said, I have to go with softball. I mean, it did pay for my college. But of course, I probably should have went with bowling because that could have actually made me some cash. Yeah. All right. So what do you got? 183 high. Oh, okay. 183 average and 289. So we were like exactly the same bowler. So we would be good as doubles partners, I would say. So when are we going to do that?
You can throw me in on the team because I bring the handicap.
It sounds like you and Ron. He says I can go to do bumper bowling. So yes, that's how it would be. Me. So we'll take Dre will lead off. Right, and then you got these two for handicap.
I'm a solid like 149 average. But again, I get crazy and I pull 200s all the time. But only one of the 3 games is my problem because I drink too much. That second game I kick ass. The first and the third not so much.
So it has like a direct correlation with alcohol, right? So there's like nah, and then right in too much.
Yes, it's the Goldilocks bowling.
Right. So I guess there's not a whole lot going on unless you really like the NBA here today. Otherwise, there is 2 college football games, 2 on the ice, and of course, I don't know, a World Series, whatever.
Yep, and that's what I'm looking at today.
All right, tell us what you got.
All right, for my same game parlay, I'm looking at that baseball game. I got 2 people that I like for hits. I'm looking at Gabriel Moreno and Christian Walker. Moreno's batting 250. He's had 4 bombs and 2 doubles this postseason. I mean, he's on fire. Walker's batting 255. He does well against the lefties. Against lefties, he's had 6 doubles and 13 home runs. And then you put that against Heaney, who's pitching. Walker has had 2 home runs and 3 at-bats against him. So I feel like he's got his number. So I think that's going to be a lock. Overall, with Heaney pitching, he's allowed 26 doubles, 1 triple, and 22 home runs versus right-handed batters. And he's got a 6 ERA in this postseason, so he's been struggling a little bit. So I think this is going to be a good one for those hitters. With that, I'm taking the D-backs at the plus 2.5. They've not lost by more than 2 to the Rangers yet. I also like the under 11.5. So far, we have not had a game over 11. And the D-backs at home, their last 5 games, they were 5-0 to the under. So I think we're going to be under that 11. And I think the D-backs are going to keep it close, if not win this one outright. So
awesome.
Recap.
There we go.
Moreno.
Hit.
Walker.
Hit.
D-backs, I like that plus 2.5. And we're looking at the under.
Awesome. So what do you guys think out there in the chat? Are you ready? Are you ready to go? What do you think? Oh, what is this? Did Ron write something that we know we can't show? It's held for review. Well, we'll show it. We'll see what he says. I know I had baseball, basketball. So I have to go back and see it here. Oh, maybe it didn't show. I'll have to read it. All right. So here's what it says. Says Ron, Knicks money line over
the Cavs.
Oh, over the Cavs. Gotcha. Phoenix Suns minus 3.5, and then Clippers minus 4.5 over Orlando. And he said, "Hey, James Harden, the bum ass. Oh, that's what it is. Got traded to the Clippers." See the ass word. Got it. All right, gotcha. Yeah. So who got the better end of the deal? Was it the 76ers? Was it the Clippers, or just like James Harden? I don't know who got the better end of that deal. But hey, Latifah's here. She decided to come see us today. What's going on, Latifah? Hopefully you're doing well today. I mean, this is kind of a PG. No, it's not. It's like everyone has to be over 18 to watch it, unless you're Tiffany's kids and they don't censor them. All right, you guys. So yeah, I mean, I think it's going to be a good game tonight. So is it going to go like the zigzag? So we got Rangers, Diamondbacks, Rangers, Diamondbacks.
That's what I think. I feel like this could go 7 games. I think that the Diamondbacks are scrappy. So I like it. I hope it goes 7 games. I mean, that's the way it was designed. That's how it should be.
And then Be More still taking Philly. No, I'm kidding. He's just giving Latifah a hard time. That's all it is. That's all it is. But Werner, hey, he's got a 3-legger for us. Write it down. So we got the K-Knicks, and then the Suns, and the Magic. So a little bit different than Ron there, right? All right, cool. So, hey, I guess that kind of leaves me with the rest. We see Perky. Perky is stopping by, dropping in to send love. Thank you. Appreciate that. All right. So, wait. We got more. A couple legs here for some NHL. 2-legger. Yeah. 2-legger. The Kings on the money line and the K-Nucks on the money line there as well. Oh, got more. Another 2-legger. Over 5.5 for the Kings and over 5.5 for the Canucks. Well, let's see if you agree with me, because you'll see that I have some plays in the NHL and, of course, the 2 here in college football. So we'll give you the rest. All right, we're going to go ahead and start with the Maction. It's everyone's favorite time of the year where we get football like 6 days a week. Why not, right? So we got Northern Illinois opened at -3, now sitting at -5.5. Everyone's jumping on Northern Illinois today versus Central Michigan. And guess what? So will I. I'm going to go ahead and take Northern Illinois. Again, this is because I have them winning this one by 6.20. So that variance isn't very high. Like, 1.5 points there. But yeah, I mean, the way I kind of see this is you got, they're on a really good run right now, Northern Illinois. They only lost to Toledo and, of course, Nebraska. But all they do is run. And I don't think that Central Michigan has the defense to kind of hold up on this. And if we're putting this in any of these parlays or same game parlays, I'm going to just go ahead and take them on the money line. If you want to go ahead and bet these straight up, I, of course, would take the points or lay the points. But you know what I'm saying. Other than that, we're kind of doing this as a parlay show. And it's up to you what you do with these plays. So next up is going to be Buffalo and Toledo, that team that is that had lost or that had whooped up on Northern Illinois. We're taking Toledo here, and I'm just going to go ahead and take them on the money line as well. So you can go ahead and do that, or you can go ahead and take Toledo at something like -9.5 there. Because basically Toledo, I have them winning by 14.37. So I got lipstick going too. Oh, I don't like that. Okay. So I only have them winning by 14.37. Toledo's giving the 15.5. That's why I'd probably go ahead and buy this one down. But more than likely, I'm just going to go ahead and I would take Toledo if you, had my arm behind my back, stretching out my rotator. But they're a really, really good home team. And of course, they have a really, really good defense. And Buffalo, I just haven't seen much from them. It's one of those, like, they're always projected to do a whole lot more, but they're not, right? So, again, I would probably buy this one down to -9.5. I have them covering the rest. And you can go ahead and put that as a parlay, or you can play it straight up. Again, I'd probably take Toledo -15.5, buy it down to just 14, and take that one there as well. And then lastly, we're going to go ahead and just do like Berner said, I'm going to take the Maple Leafs and the Kings. I'm going to take them to the over, right? The Maple Leafs, they average 3.5 goals per game. They have Matthews, they have Tavares. They have a really good defense some of the times, unless you're playing the Kings, right? If they're playing the Kings, they allow about 3 goals per game. LA is 7-1 to the over this season here as well. So I really like the over in this game tonight. I had it where I would just take it at 5.5 goals and just go over that one. So for me, if I play this one, I had this fun little Halloween bonus at Caesar Sportsbook today that said, hey, we'll give you a 100% bet boost, but they only let me bet 25. So I bet 25, but it's basically like I'm betting 50 on this. So I took
that's exciting.
Northern Illinois on the money line. I took Toledo on the money line. I took Maple Leafs over, and my $25 pays me $92 to pay for my Halloween candy that I'm giving out today.
I know your mom bought the Halloween candy.
I don't understand why she just totally like ratted me out. Give me that hat right there. I'm gonna say Tiffany is officially an ass. Yes, that's right. Gosh. Goodness. So yeah, again, I know each of you guys get different types of boosters. I know when I talked to Ron today, he said he only got 50% on that Caesars rewards.
Now I want to look.
Now Tiffany, she's like, I want to look at my Caesars and see what's up with that there too.
See if they love me.
All right, so Ron has a couple more props here. Wemby over 2.5 blocks. Well, he should. He's like, I don't know, 9 foot tall. Is that what it was? Perky said, hey, the official play is the NIU -6. Toledo on the money line. Perfect. I kind of like that. What? Oh, Nick's been on the move already. Gotcha. And of course, Central Michigan, total garbage. That is for sure. Ferner says, hey, I like that under. Tiffany, I like it under 9.5 today.
My profit boost is only 50%.
You guys need to bet more. I think that's kind of what it sounds like.
I don't use that Caesars very often, so I'm guessing that's why.
That has to be
certainly
it. So you guys got anything else going on out there? Are you doing anything fun for this Halloween today? I was mad because, again, my mom bought the Halloween candy that we're giving out, but bought 0 Butterfingers.
Nothing that Mindy likes.
Right. Like, what the heck? I mean, she's buying all these Kit Kats, and I was like, the worst candy on the planet behind a Milky Way.
That is the key. You need to buy the Halloween candy that you don't like, so you don't eat it all.
False.
That is the key.
That is totally false. Well, Arizona and Texas go over. Latifa. Tiffany thinks it's going to go under tonight because she said what?
Diamondbacks under 11.5. The Diamondbacks in the last 5 games at home, they've gone under the total, and they haven't had a World Series game against the Rangers over 11 points. So I think it's going to be under.
So Latifa is leaning over. Ron's leaning over. That's probably because you have, Heaney with that elevated ERA of like 6.
Yeah.
You have, what is it? Monteplier. I always forget his name. Monteplier. Anyway, he is pitching tonight. He has elevated close to 5 or so. Again, we like to hear from you guys because, again, it's I think it's good when we come together with a little bit of consensus, a little bit of community in order to come up with just the right plays, because we know that you guys are very avid sports bettors out there. So pretty nothing to say yet. Tiffy? Who calls you Tiffy?
Some people at work.
Really?
Yes. Like, what up?
It's funny because the only people that like know her call her Tiff usually. Otherwise she gets the whole Tiffany. So it is funny when you hear like all of the nieces and nephews are like, Tiff.
Yeah, I think it's cute when the little kids, because they call me Aunt Tiff.
Right. Good. Well, I feel like we could just, sit on here and chat all day, but I feel like you guys are not chatting back, whatever.
And,
being stingy with your love today.
I ain't got no job today. I'm like, maybe we should go do something fun.
What kind of fun could we get into in this afternoon? Ron. Oh, yeah. He's still saying, I think it will be a lot of hits tonight. Yeah. I mean, you could take a look at maybe some props. Again, Tiffany talked about that. I think it's weird. The platoon advantage, the folks that hit the righties and lefties and what they do, you know what I mean? So again, I think that's why Tiffany went with that alternate line there as well. Under the 11.5, it kind of hits right at everything. Because I mean, so far, right, it was just the 9-1 game was the really big outlier. Other than that, these have been really close and been under games. So,
and it, depends when he gets the hook. I mean, how many innings he got pitch? Like we'll see. Because if they hit him early, they might take him out. Just depends on the.
Right. So, Thomas, are you really doing your Jameson right now? Are you? I hope so. I hope so. Oh, goodness. This is interesting. Yeah. Well, I mean, I think note to self, maybe don't call people Tiffy and make sure you have your pants on. That's all.
Well, the pants were on. There was no reason to call the police. And honestly, if you're sleeping, I mean, you're not that much of a threat.
Exactly. So Latifah's waiting till tonight, isn't it? Already tonight for you? I mean, you work overnight, so isn't it still like tonight? And then what about the New York Knicks? I don't know. Again, I'm not really looking at it quite yet.
Somebody had a suggestion on
it was Ferner did like the Knicks here today. But we actually tried the tropical Red Bull with the tropical pink kinky, and that was delicious. I must say that was pretty good stuff there. So next time you guys are in town, we could go have shots for every touchdown, because that's what we normally like to do. Yesterday was burgers and chili night.
Your niece texted me from school this morning and said the tropical Red Bull was gross. And I'm like, you stole our Red Bull?
What the hell?
Rude.
Good. Latifah said, hoagies and chicken Caesar salad and hot wings.
Guess what's in my Diet Coke right now?
It's not Jameson. Malibu.
I'm a rum girl.
Right.
Should have been a pirate.
Exactly. What? The Cavs? They said, no Mitchell, no Garland, no bet. Right. All right. Anything else you guys want to talk about? Do you want to ask us any questions? Anything fun? Since we're here and, it is Halloween, where the veil to the spirit world is the thinnest. So they go in and out at their pleasure today. So, you know what I mean?
Allegedly.
That's what I've heard. Steven, not yet.
Oh, I'm gonna have flashbacks from Poltergeist.
Yes, I slept with the covers over my head for about 8 years, because in my window I could see the trees moving at nighttime via the street lights, and I always thought they were gonna break through my window and get me. So I cannot watch scary movies.
And we recently rewatched Poltergeist.
I did not.
It was not nearly as scary as I remember. But I did our parents of the year. We watched that when we were like 4.
Right. So what did she say?
Anyway.
Latifah, what'd you say? I'm gonna love today. Halloween's my favorite holiday, and I'm Jack the Pumpkin King.
I like it.
All right, cool.
I like it.
Nice. Ron says, hey, I'm taking the kids to the rich folks neighborhood. Hey, that is like a super good plan. Because you have to remember, in Omaha, we have like the crazy rich people here. Like, not just a little bit rich, but like
the Warren Buffett people.
The Willie Thiesens. All of the best brain surgeons, in the nation. So yes, we have a little place called Regency around that people take their kids and drop them off, where you get the big candy bars, the big, drinks and all that kind of good stuff.
My complaint with that is that those houses are huge and there's only like 5 houses on the block. I'd rather go to the middle of the road neighborhoods where you got like 20 houses on the block.
Right. Exactly. But yeah, Ron, that is a sweet plan. That's right. Yeah, I mean, my dad always used to give out money only if he ran out of candy. He's like, what? You guys need some of these coins?
But that was the worst. People who give out pennies. I'm like, dude, keep it.
I'm like, I can't even buy a gumball for that. But yeah, we used to go out like for hours. Like we'd have to like take our pillowcase and then drop it off at home and go back and get, the pillowcase again. It was pretty wild stuff. And then we go to each of the grandma's house and go around their neighborhoods too, so we don't get the same stuff, and then hit our neighborhood again because they forgot who we were.
We pack a cooler, put it in the wagon, to hit the hills. I never leave the street or the wagon. We have a good old time.
Exactly.
Except for we have like our pit stops on the way where we can use the restroom and get drinks.
That's right.
Some friends.
So there are perks, to being on the same block.
And in your own home turf, some people, so you can...
Right, exactly.
Stop for shop breaks.
All right, you guys. Have a good day. I guess we're going to have some fun this afternoon. Maybe we'll hit some lunch. Where should we go? What should we do? Because so far you've only had a honey turkey beef stick that is also a dog treat.
I think we should do some day drinking. Cocktails are in order.
All right. Latifah, we cannot show this on TV. I mean, I'm kidding. We are. Then I'll be dressed up as a naughty nurse.
Aren't you a naughty nurse every day?
Right. Wrong. We do not promote violence on this channel of anyone ever knocking out anyone's pumpkin. All we do is throw them out back to the deer. That's it. All right, you guys. Have a good day. We'll check you out later. Let us know about all of your wins tomorrow. All right. We'll see you guys.
Have a good day.
One day we'll all get to hang out and it will be so much fun.
Be